let me tell you about Notion, my absolute go-to, most favorite writing helper and software and organize my life awesomeness. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Every time I say that, I think of Hot Mess Pinky Style on TikTok and Instagram. I'm sure she has a YouTube channel as well. I just haven't fallen down that particular rabbit hole, but if you haven't checked her out, you should. She's super funny, and well, when you watch her, you'll know why when I say welcome back to my channel. What I'm really thinking is don't say hello, my friends. Don't say that. But because I love watching her, it's totally what I want to say. Okay. So anyways, I am glad you're here. I promised that I would talk about my World Bible system, and I will. I promise I will. But first, I need to introduce you to Notion, because it can be just a hair intimidating. Oh shoot, forgot the heater again, the air conditioner. Okay, hopefully, see, that probably makes the sound a ton better. All right, so let me just introduce you today to Notion, and in my next video, I'll show you my World Bible. Okay, so Notion can be found in your browser, share screen, at Notion, Notion .io. Sorry, took me a minute, but I'm actually here. I'm actually on this screen, and I want to open up that. Okay, so here is Notion in a browser. You can also, from notion.io, download a desktop version for your Mac or PC. So I usually operate with using my desktop app, which you can see popping up down here, or maybe, I don't know. Actually, no. But I'll show you the browser version since I'm here. So essentially, when you sign up for Notion, you come to this, essentially. It is a complete blank canvas, which can be super intimidating because you want it to look like this, with stuff on it that matters and that makes sense to you, right? But that's not actually what you get. You arrive at a place like this. From here, you can access templates galore. This is one I've been looking at for a weekly agenda. They've got some, what would you call it? Like categories that you can browse through up here, and browse through them with a pretty open mind, because a lot of times you'll find what you're looking for in a different category. Someone else has created this template, and for them, it was their student calendar, say. But for you, it may be just the way that you want to track your own to-dos and activities. So take some time and browse through the templates. Once you find one that you like, it's pretty easy. It's very easy to duplicate it and have it show up inside your own Notion. Wait, should have shown you that. So like here, you can see you just say use this template, and it would get applied to that blank page. So Notion uses blocks that you can move around and reposition as you like too, as interests you. I'm not really using blocks in this little site that I have that I've called the author toolkit, because it's just being, it's just where I'm curating a bunch of different things that I think are interesting to authors. It's private right now, but just because I've been lazy and haven't cleaned it up and made it public, but I'd like to make it public. I think there's good info here, and that maybe it would be helpful to other people, particularly people around me, since I've specified Utah things. But for now, it's just a place that I have been collecting resources as I've come across them. So this is a very basic, straight up and down page. But you can get a little more tricksy with your design by pulling items into blocks. There are lots of tutorials on how to do that. If you want me to do tutorials on hair, then I'd be happy to. I just don't want to clutter up the interwebs with more, since you really can find most of what you're looking for. But if you're anything like me and you don't process incoming information quite as well as someone else, talk to me about strengths and I'll tell you all about that. Just because I can't do that doesn't mean I'm not awesome and strong at other things. But if you need me to talk down to you a little bit, because that's how I need to sometimes talk to myself, just let me know. Ask me what you'd like to learn and I'll show it to you. Okay, so here is where I'm basically organizing my entire writing life. The dates and everything that you're going to see on here is pretty skewed because I've been very deep in the writing cave for the past 2 months. I've had a lot of really big deadlines and jobs to do. So I haven't been keeping up on, like, I've completely dropped off of social media and everything else. But let me give you a quick tour so you can get a feel for what Notion can do. But by all means, go and check out like every Notion you can find, because it's pretty darn awesome. One thing I like is that you get your own domain. So I am notion.so. I don't know when they changed it to SO, so I'm gonna have to check on that URL that I gave you before and make sure. I'm sure at some point, I don't know. But see, it has my name, Allie Cross, and then the name of this page, which is Soulfire. But really, it's not just a page. It's an entire database and website of all of my stuff. And it's freaking awesome. It is wholly searchable. So for instance, I have uploaded all of my desolation books to Notion. So I can do, let's see, I'm gonna think of like a small character. If I can think of one. Oh, let's say Mrs. Park. She was really only in one book. So, okay, so here you go. You can see which chapters Mrs. Park was mentioned. And if I had listed her as a character, her character profile would show up here. Every place that she's been, she would show up. So that is really cool. And I super duper love that. And as soon as they added that functionality, which was a little earlier this year, I was all in. I stopped trying to find other writing software that worked for me. I've been a big Scrivener user for years, decades even. Well, not decades, you know, like 15 years, let's say. And for its purposes, Scrivener is great. But for me, this has just been a little more intuitive. And since I can copy templates like forever and ever, I don't have to continue to recreate what I've already done. So I'll show you that in just a second. All right. I said I was going to show you around, so I'll shut up and show you around. So I have, these are just my writing related tasks that I have here. And you can see that this was due June 30th and it is now July 26th. And I'm still like only halfway through, which has set me behind on everything else. But hey, so I've got that, and you can do, so as you can see, you can list things by, you can have dates, you can have dones, you can do, this is like a, no, excuse me, this is a drop down menu, which is handy. You know, it's very quick and easy. Same with this one. I can write notes, I can do whatever. And I really like it for stuff like this. These are presentations that I have coming up later this summer at various conferences, and I can keep, I mean, I'm going to create the material on a PowerPoint, right? But I can do my research right in here. And like, these are articles that I've pulled over time that I wanted to look at. These are notes that I've made now on the articles that I have already read. So all of this is here. And when I'm ready to make the PowerPoint, I can just come right here and it's all here. And it's listed just like a task. So it shows up and it'll get moved up as it becomes more important and stuff like that. So I love that. I also love these quick links on the side. One is to all my content, which is like media calendar, which I can view in a list like this, or I can view it as a calendar. So I can see where tasks are, and I can drag and drop them, or I could add stuff right inside the calendar. So I love that. And then, so I go back. So then, and I also have the same for what I want to write, you know, things that I want to put into newsletters and stuff and things. My newsletter subs are going to be like, yes, you haven't sent us a newsletter in forever. What's the deal? And if my lighting looks different, it's because I ditched those lights. So maybe I'm not going to look quite as professional. So sorry. But the glare on my glasses was driving me nuts. And I just, even when I put them, okay, anyways, carrying on. So I have the same sort of deal with my business. I keep track of subscriptions that my business has, like for Canva or Adobe or whatever. I don't know why I have to. Oh, so I have this list of presentations in there, but they link to the same. Oh, no, they don't. You can create it to, oh, I know why. Okay. So see this backlink? That would take me to that, the one that's on my to-do list. But this is just another page I forgot that I was going to start keeping track of the presentations that I created in here, so that I always had the, oh, that one doesn't have it. I'll go back here where I know it is, where I always have like who I'm presenting the conference for, because you don't want to pitch the same class to the same conference twice in a row. It's got my blurb about it. Okay, so I can also keep track of articles that I need to write, or I plan on keeping my sales data in here. That's going to be a bit of a chore to import, but thankfully Notion does do imports from Word documents and Excel spreadsheets and various things. But I think I'm going to bring it all into here so I can manage it all in one place instead of being scattered. Okay. Stuff that I want to read, goals, shinies is for like shiny new ideas that you get that you have to store somewhere or else your brain fixates on it. So if I store it away, then I know it's there and safe and sound. When I'm done my current project or whatever, I can go check it out. But here's the part, and I have like my current whips, these link directly to the projects that I'm currently working on. This is supposed to be a word count total thingamajigger. And it's supposed to say June, July, August, September, October, November, so that I can keep track of, how many words I've written. But I've been editing and it's been confusing and so very intense and some writing and I don't know what's going on. So I gave up. But someday I would like to be smart and do that. So this is what I am most proud of. And this is my entire file, or will be, it's someday, of my writing stuffs. So these are the worlds that I am currently writing in, or have books that are happening in. The books, and I'm supposed to be updating it with my word count and everything. Of course, I haven't been doing that. And then I have just some things I've gathered that I use on a regular basis. In here, like I'm using the archetypes as Neil Gaiman set them out. I sometimes also like to look at these little, just when I'm picking birth dates for a character, find one that kind of matches their personality and call that their birthday. And this is for strengths because I'm really into strengths and I talk a lot in that language. And so that's what this is all about. But I just attended a Strengths for Writers conference where I got so many cool ideas. So I'm probably going to change this up a little bit. But anyways, I also have, I do my outlining primarily with Blake Snyder beat sheet, which is what I've got here. So I can just copy this and paste it into a new document for a new book and outline right here. And I also keep mottos and tropes in case I want to use them in books. So it kind of helps me track that I don't overuse a motto or a trope, as writers sometimes are wont to do because we like those things. So here is the World Bible for the series I'm currently working on. So you can list like your concept, genre, tropes. You can keep track of series arcs, et cetera, et cetera. So this is for the entire world. This is just the first book. So I haven't done a lot of inputting the settings and stuff like I should be. I've got my Dragon Protocol story beat sheet here, which is cool and hasn't been filled in, which is interesting because I do have one filled in, but I guess I didn't care. But it is a buddy love and a fool triumphant kind of story, which is important for me to know because that means something to me in beat sheet language. So here I can track, I can add in anything else that I might want to do. For instance, when I really get into building the series, I might include how many books they're going to be, what the arc is in each book. For right now, this book is was pitched on spec to a publisher and they requested the full. So until I kind of know, I have longer plans in mind, but until I know if they're going to take it, I may never publish this book myself if they don't take it because it's a little outside my, it's YA sci-fi instead of fantasy. Anyway, on the books page, I can keep track of the log line and the blurb and kind of where it sits in the series arc. I can keep track of my progression. Well, I'm way past my goal here right now. I haven't been doing this, but I will when I have a minute to stop and think. But I'll eventually upload all of my chapters here. Anyways, and then this is what I super duper love. I've got my timeline. And here I said I wasn't going to show you a world Bible, and here I am. I'm just zipping through it. So here I've got my timeline, which I can always refer back to. It's just like a Kanban board, so you can drag and drop and move cards around if you decide that the time is different. And you can also, I also have a spreadsheet in here. I've got like my glossary. I've started to keep track of settings. I've got worlds and realms and the information about it, creatures that I might come across. And then I have my characters. It's never in this table view. It's always in this gallery view. So I love this because I have it organized by alphabetically, but you can have it organized however you like. Some people like to have their characters' image on here, which is easy to do. I prefer to have some pertinent information right here. So I want to remember right off the bat what my main character's wound is and what I'm working on with him. But in the character page, got lots of information, and you can change or update or do whatever you like. When I'm ready to show you an actual step-by-step, like I didn't do that now, of a world Bible, I would like to also be able to offer you this template so that you can just copy it and use it for yourself. And then from there you can add or remove, change up, do whatever works for you. But I so love this. I love this system. I love that, like here are my worlds. I have a quick template that is everything I just showed you, just kind of blank. I mean, I still have these things in here, but it's essentially meant for me to make a copy of, and which is easy to do because I can just, I can go there somewhere. I can go to my little dots and click duplicate, and all of this will be duplicated, and then I can name it whatever new world I'm working in. Same goes for the individual book pages. All of that can be just duplicated in a flash, and all you have to do is update stuff. Of course, like I said, what I love that I can put all of my books, say Mini has 5 books in it already and will have more. Eventually, I plan on having everything in here so that I can do a global search, and it will give me every instance of a certain character or whatever I might be looking for in a flash. You saw how fast that search worked. So anyways, I am just madly in love with this, with Notion, and I plan on using it. I've been using it religiously for 7 months, 8 months now, and they are constantly making updates. They're only in beta right now. So, but it's free for use if you want to just use it by yourself. They do have a storage limit when you're on the free plan, but even with everything I showed you, and you can imagine all the text and everything that's in there, I had not yet reached my maximum storage. However, I like to work with my PA, works with me as she proofreads, she updates my book Bibles, stuff like that. So I have a paid membership. It's $8 a month or $76 for the year, I think. And that allows me to add team members. So if I, every now and then I hire someone to help me with marketing. So I could just add them and give them permissions to my content page and let them handle my social media marketing or something. So anyways, that's a quick or not so quick, how long have we been going? Sort of introduction to Notion. I hope it was enough to pique your interest because I really can't say enough about it. There is a little bit of a learning curve, like I said, as you kind of are scrolling through all of the possible templates and everything. You're gonna get in there, you're gonna try stuff. Maybe you want something that's gonna sort of be like a, like you want a formula that's gonna do something. You might have to do a little bit of legwork to figure out that formula. Formula feels like that's not coming off my tongue very well. But it's really handy. And if you do a Google search for whatever it is you're looking for on Notion, you'll find tons of information. It's already got a super huge following, and the people who are falling in love with it, like me, are making videos in which we show you how to do things or tell you how awesome it is and stuff. So this is just a hype thing. If you want me to show you how to do something specific, let me know and I will do that. I realized though that I'm not going to do the series Bible deep dive kind of thing this week. I thought maybe I would do a live reading of one of my books, because why not, right? So I'm going to try that. It's going to be super scary and nervous making, but oh well. See, look at how positive I'm being. I don't have, I have very few followers right now and 0 views on my last video, but I believe they will come. I've made it and I believe people will come. So I'm probably wouldn't be nervous to read my book to the 146 subscribers that I currently have, because most of them are my friends and or fans, people who already are reading and loving my books. But someday in the future, someone might decide, oh my gosh, she's reading her book. And maybe by then I'll have like 1,000 people watching me read a book. And then I would be nervous. Can you be nervous retrospectively? I'm pretty sure you can be. Or nervous in anticipation of future views. Well, I don't know. I am, I guess. But I'm so happy to be here, and I'm happy you're here too. Thanks so much, you guys. You are awesome. And maybe I will borrow a little bit of something from Hot Mess Pinky Style and sign off with okay. Okay, bye.